How is that even possible?
To be precise, he exploited a weakness in the way the spell works. The spell senses Kuvaki to detect the moon's location. So, as long as the gate would teleport Columbina to the false moon's location. In other words, once he had her under control, the teleportation spell remained active.
At that moment, the moon marrows disappeared right before our eyes. It was already too late, even as we were leaving the ruins.
By then, Dottore had already amassed the power of all 3 moons.
So, where does that leave us? What do we...
I'd certainly like to know what Her Majesty thinks, now that the concerns I expressed are... And in any case, it is not the Fatui Harbinger Damselette who sees us as her friends, but rather Columbina Hyposelenia. If, even in such extreme circumstances, Her Majesty will not lift the prohibition on Harbingers drawing steel against one another, then I will do as my heart demands. I will fight as Peruware instead.
Oh, Arlecchino!
Time is short, so I'll make the first move.
Even Arlecchino seems to be losing her cool now.
All right. Lose those dejected looks for a moment and let me get a word in. It looks bad, I won't lie. Very bad, in fact. So Dottore's pulled some real dirty tricks to gain the upper hand. For now. And yeah, it's to the point where even the mages say that his variables have affected destiny. Many have told me that Tevat's, and since he was able to stack these variables up, who's to say we can't do the same? You of all people should not be discouraged, traveler from afar. This isn't over yet. And you're not alone in that. Everyone here does, whether they've spoken thus far or not. But none of us are the type to sit back and wait for the sun to shine again. That's exactly how a knight should roll. If they knock you down, you get back up and get back in it. Don't forget—
Mark is right! This is far from over! Dottore's already way overdue a butt-kicking given his past shenanigans. And after this, he's earned himself a double dose!
That's what I'm talking about! How's everyone else feeling?
I'll use Kuvaki to investigate Columbina's whereabouts.
Leave the intel gathering to me. Whatever happens within Nodcry's borders, when the Curatorium of Secrets wants to be in the know, we always find a way.
Ano and I will do all we can to support you. We will attempt to reverse engineer Dottore's actions and seek a breakthrough that way.
Alice and Nicole are busy dealing with an emergency at Tevat's borders, so they can't return just yet. But they're both very angry about this. They've asked Albedo and me to act on the Hexen Circle's behalf and do everything in our power to fight back against Dottore.
Are you ready then? We're going to have to conduct a lot of research, even in the early stages.
I'll do my best.
As for me, I'm pretty familiar with Dottore's way of doing things.
Nice! Looks like we have our basic division of labor. I'll get in touch with Flints and Itlua, get them to have a chat with their Starshiner. It couldn't hurt to bring the Lightkeepers on board as well. At the same time, I'll pass on instructions to the Knights present in Nodcry to assist the Lightkeepers and other organizations in ensuring the safety of those living here.
Yeah! We'll show him!
That's it then. Good luck, everyone.
never thought that Columbina would become my real name. It went from being a Fatui code name to something my friends call me. And remember, come night or day, the moon...
What could the chill... Let them do as they please.
Oh, traveler.
Alice?
You recognized me just like that? Maybe I need to work on my impression. Anywho, come to Star Sand Shoal.
What this is about?
Traveler in Paimon? Ugh.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us. Just gave us a little surprise.
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard. I'm so relieved you didn't get hurt.
It's all good. We've had worse.
Ah, no, don't worry about that. It's been very stable ever since I got this body. What you saw just now is something that only started happening recently. Maybe I'm still Anyway, what brings you here? Did you need something?
Well,
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths was the day that the magic, known as...
she asked us to come.
Miss Alice?
Oh, you too? I have brought you...
My mom?
Indeed, fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdottir. See, I knew this would be right. Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
Whoa! What is this place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
The two are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic, after all.
Aha! So it is Alice!
Hello?
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dearest friends.
You keep talking about stories and
Certainly not. Simulant, but you are right about...
What's this?
This is your mother.
My mother's dying wish was a book?
Let me answer that with a question. What do you suppose would be a writer's greatest... Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire? Oh, that's because it was the work of more than one. It began as a little game at our tea parties. I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, M had passed away. Oh. And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story, but all is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on her behalf.
Then what's this book?
This is the answer your mother gave to the same question. She made me promise that I would bring it to you, because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret is you.
So my mother's greatest regret is another unfinished story?
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret...
That's one way to put it.
Oh, is a straight answer too much to ask for?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. But I'd love to tell you what she said. I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
Oh.
Just think of this task as giving a story a much-needed ending.
I understand. But...
With their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know.
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother...
Aunt Alice, could I ask?
I had a feeling this might come up, but that answer isn't mine to give.
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah. Let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing.
Oh, the actual process might not be quite.
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. Its chapters are scattered through memories of the past.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
Em left a trail of clues for each unfinished. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
And this?
This, my dear little Paimon, it's extremely precious. So be sure.
So, we need to search for the memories and.
Oh, it just happened.
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind.
I don't care about that. This was my.
Yep. With the two of us by your side, you'll be just fine.
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to know. Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay?
Yeah. Most of the time, you're...
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
Oh, here we are. Right. Huh?
A corner of repose for there. Find the.
Was that a riddle? Where do you think this mysterious place could... Hey, you... might actually be onto something.
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so we're all yours.
Oh, you finished sorting already? That went much faster than I expected. Now then, what would you like in return? Oh, that's all? Ah, so not to mention... Unless...
Actually...
Trouble? Besides, it's better for them to... Anyway, here's your payment.
Back in the Mondstadt Library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
So, we're supposed to find the.
Well, we're in a...
Making a racket in a...
Lisa! Oh,
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it slide just this once. Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still...
Seriously?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total. I'll be relying on you to...
Kinda looks like a poet. Let's see what Lisa makes. It's one of
Well, did you manage to find them? Yes.
Huh. But it looks like a regular poetry.
The issue lies with one of the poems inside 500 years ago.
We're talking about Durin. The Durin of Dragonspine.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home. And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, did you manage to find them? Well, this book has quite an obvious connection with that mage, considering she was the one who wrote it. But as one of the library's classics, its presence here is hardly unusual. It really is a must-read, so if you haven't read it yet, that's your homework, cutie.
Oh, wait! We better show it to Lisa.
Well, did you manage to find them? Well, it definitely shouldn't be here. But I'd highly doubt it's one of the books you're looking for. Because this is something Klee wrote. It's a compilation of all the best fish blasting spots around Mondstadt, as well as the most convenient places to stash her new Jumpy Dumpty. Of course, there's no way she'd get away with keeping a book like that in her bag. And she'd be in big trouble if Jean were to find out. Now, somehow, she figured out that the best place to hide it was right here. No place like a forest for hiding trees, huh? Now, every time it gets confiscated, she just writes a new one and sneaks it back in. Yes. So thanks for helping me find it. I'll finally be able to hand it over to Jean. Well, did you manage to find them?
Please be quiet.
An experiment here, some.
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
Second straight! Huh.
Well, did you manage to find them? This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Yeah, we could tell just from reading the title.
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed away.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters. Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
Still, if that mage read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined. Well, did you manage to find them? Truly
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it. After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise. Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all three just so happen to be forbidden texts. What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, Paimon thought you were just trying to
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
All right, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Wait, look!
Asha Biat.
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
Whoa! We're actually inside.
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
Yeah.
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us?
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will there arise?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Was that the same voice we heard just now? Yeah.
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... M?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story...
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh, is that a hint?
Yeah, I agree.
Doll has meant all the people we've seen that look like that turned out.
What mattered most was not that she was a witch, but a mother waiting for her child to hatch.
Let's keep looking.
Look at all these books. Guessing the witch did a lot of reading while she was waiting for the egg to hatch.
It just so happened a dragon egg wasn't the only thing she was incubating here. Where else might a story be born, if not?
Oh! This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now. So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil dragon we heard about at the beginning. Yep, it all adds up.
This is my story, isn't it?
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is wait.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch, so that has to happen before the story can continue.
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Element for the end!
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth, though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly. Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing. At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell. No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. I brought you in, but I promise...
You've never told me. Thank you.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
Mondstadt? Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. Yeah, but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess I'll...
Huh.
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey! That's Alice's voice!
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystic. Have fun, dearie.
Aw, man.
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up, so it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break. Yeah! Paimon has a sudden craving for the good hunt.
So let's meet up here later.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Adventure time!
Swift as the swallow,